Well, hey folks, relaunch the Witcher Rental, my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's World Tag League Night 13 event, and this event gets a thumbs up, a very enjoyable main event, and a good undercard. And a big thank you as always to Jen for sending me that. I really do appreciate it. There will be a poll above my head. Let me know, grade the show, let me know what you thought. And a lot of you are picking Evil and Sonata, and it looks like you're going to be right, at least about them making the finals. This has been a damn good tournament so far. I'm going to be reviewing the VOD episode tomorrow. I'm going to be reviewing the remaining 3 live World Tag League shows and the 2 Road to Tokyo Dome shows. Now we are a month away from Wrestle Kingdom, and thank you guys so much for sticking with me for this entire year and enjoying the New Japan content that I provide. I've gained so many new subscribers. The channel has. Big thank you to anybody that has offered info in the comments or on Twitter. Big thank you. I really appreciate it. Now let's get on with this. Ayato Yoshida and Shota Umino versus Minoru Suzuki and Iizuka, and this went twice as long as the match that Ayato and Shota had against KES. They even got some good shots in on Suzuki. They jumped Suzuki-gun, right when they got in the ring, which was really nice. Went out in the crowd. Suzuki ended up targeting Ayato's leg back in the ring. There was a nice hot tag to Shota Umino. He hit some good moves, including a nice drop kick. But in the end, after a Boston Crab spot, the Gotch pile driver ended up getting the pin for Minoru Suzuki for the 1-2-3. So here we go. It was a fine opening match. It wasn't quite the squash. He gave quite a bit to Ayato and Shota, and I think that speaks very highly of how Minoru is willing to get back to a lot of the young ones and bring them up, because he understands that once he's done wrestling, there needs to be a business that he leaves behind, and he's doing his part to, while he beats up the young lions, to helping establish and giving them something. Him and Shota even pie-facing Suzuki earlier in the match, I think was really, really nice, even though that's a good way to leave the mortal realm if you want to piss off Suzuki. But anyway, then we have Nagata and Nakanishi versus Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, and this one was decent. It wasn't great. There were some good strikes, some really good heel work by Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. Nagata was beaten down quite a bit. Nakanishi did end up hitting a dive across body specifically. Jado even got, put in Nakanishi's torture rack maneuver, which I thought was really, really cool. But in the end, you had a gunson on Nagata and then a gunson on Nakanishi for the 1-2-3, and the Gorillas of Destiny are really, really rolling at this point. They've got a high point total on this, and there'll be a point total at the end of this review. So yeah, that was decent. I would almost say the opening match was a little bit better. There was really only like a couple matches. I think like one match went 13 minutes, and then everything else was like at the most 10 or 10 and a half. But still, neither of the first 2 matches were that bad. And we have Tenzan and Kojima versus Hangman Page and Yujiro Takahashi. And you had a bunch of chops and strikes, Mongolian chops specifically. You had a bunch of chops from Kojima later on because he has had his rapid fire chops. Tenzan got targeted by Page and Yujiro for a bit. That was pretty nice. Kojima got tagged, hit some good stuff, hit some good moves, just got the crowd fired up, hit a couple nice cutters. And this was another fine match. It was nice to see the veterans put over the younger guys, especially Page. Page has really shined here. Shined the G1. He's shined since then. Shined it all in. He shined now. And a rite of passage on Kojima for the 1-2-3. And that was fine. That was fine for what it was. Hangman should have gotten the victory there, even though both of these teams are out of tag league contention. It is nice that they can still have some matches where they play for pride. And then we get Finlay and Juice versus KES, and this was the shortest match on the show. I think it was like just under 9 minutes. There was some good tag work. Finn and Juice did do a lot of hit and run, even though Juice is decently strong. Finley's obviously the fastest of the two, but Archer was just like Archer and Davey Boy Smith were kind of eating them alive. They did have some good heel work. I believe Archer was trying to shush the crowd a little bit, not as much as he did on the previous show. Finley did get beat down. Juice got tagged. He targeted Davey's shoulder. Davey's got a taped up shoulder. I don't really know I don't know if that's something he injured in the tournament. I'm not really sure, but it is what it is. Hopefully he is going to be perfectly okay. He wasn't doing a ton in this, so maybe they're keeping the work light in case they make it to the finals. and who knows if they will, but just hopefully he's going to be okay for Wrestle Kingdom should they slot KES in. I think they should. But it ends up with a killer bomb on Finley for the 1-2-3. So KES moves. KES has also got a high point total. So 4 matches in, we got some good matches. And now we get to a match that surprised me by how good it was. And mainly because I don't like Michael Elgin. But it was Elgin and Cobb versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi. And this was really good, actually. This was really good. It was very enjoyable. Not fond of Elgin. He has the most varied offense. Cobb has a more varied offense. But a jump before the bell, the action goes outside. Of course, there's chair usage. Suzuki-gun members using chairs outside and everything. I'm shocked. I'm not. But Cobb's leg did get targeted in the, with the chairs outside and then in the ring, not with chairs, but still got targeted. Cobb at one point just hurled Sabre Jr. over his head. Just like threw him like he was a freaking mannequin or something like that. Elgin did get tagged. He had so many elbows. That's one of his go-to moves where he can hit an elbow. Bravo. Cobb then ended up getting tagged a little bit later. Elgin did a bad buckle bomb on Taichi. That just looked like really bad. It's like Taichi had no impact on the thing, and Elgin's been botching quite a bit. He hasn't botched a ton, overall, I guess, in all the matches, but he's botched more than he should be. For how long he's been in the wrestling business. I know he's an idiot and a creep, but you wouldn't think that he'd be botching that much. However, there is a ref bump later. Mic stand usage. However, a tour of the islands pins Taichi for the 1-2-3. Cobb and Elgin are still alive. Taichi and Sabre Jr. are eliminated because we only have 3 nights of contention left. And if you're at 10 points by the end of tonight, you're pretty much out of it. Every other team would have to lose, and you would have to win all your stuff. So pretty much anybody at 10 points or under is obviously eliminated. Disappointed. I'm a bit surprised that Sabre Jr. and Taichi are already eliminated, as they started off pretty damn hot, but then they were starting to lose some matches. Sometimes the hottest teams don't last that long. And then we get to Ishii and Yano versus Makabe and Hanare, and one of the shortest matches on the show, I think 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes maybe, where Yano antics. Hanare kept targeting Ishii, because Hanare is insane. He's driven, but he's insane, but also driven, and also insane. There was some good tag work, though, as you would expect. Hanare got tagged after Makabe made beat up a bit. Hanare did very well. So did Makabe. They actually worked really well as a team. And there was some good stuff. Of course, you had the turnbuckle removal, so turnbuckle pad removal. So, Yano got thrown in the corner. Hanare got thrown in the corner. Hanare ended up taking a header. Taking it where he got hit in the head. Hanare and Ishii are battling a bit, but in the end, vertical drop brainbuster by Tomohiro Ishii for the 1-2-3, and Ishii and Yano are doing very well. There's a couple really good standout teams here. Ishii and Yano have really surprised me by how well they've done. I love Ishii. I just figured with Yano, he might be there to take the pin, but shockingly, hadn't been as many losses as I would have thought. Then we get to the main event in Evil Sonata versus the best friends, Chucky T and Beretta. Chucky T looking a lot more unhinged, that, grin, or he's it's not quite like the Truth or Dare grin, and if you don't know what that is, you're better off. Truth or Dare was a shit movie. But anyway, the best friends were playing heel. They were playing heel. They were out healing Sonata and Evil. And out healing Evil, that's hard to do. Sonata was targeted actually for a bit. He was beat up. Evil to get the hot tag, but he was cut off soon after. There's some nice dives by the best friends. The pace picked up at the end, especially with some good near falls. I actually thought that at one point the best friends might get it. But in the end, Skull End on Chucky T gets him to tap out. And that's for, a victory for Evil and Sonata. So they move up. There's some really, really high point totals here on this, and I'm going to get right to it. So I'm going to say right now, so I don't forget to grade it, I'll say a B-. And I know it seemed like I praised quite a bit of stuff. There were a couple really good good tag matches. Everything else you could have pretty much missed, and I don't think it would have mattered. Even though I praise it, B minus I think is more than a fair grade. It was above average and worth your time. But if you don't see every single match, you're not missing anything. So now let me get to this. So the teams that are out: Makabe and Hanare, Tenzan and Kojima, Beretta and Chuck E.T. because they're still at 10 points. Ayato and Shota, obviously. I think you could have written them out right away. They still have no points. Nagata and Nakanishi at 2 points. Suzuki and Izuka are out. They have 10 points. Even though they got a victory tonight, they're at 10 points and they're out. Hangman Page and Yujiro Takahashi, they're at 8. And then Sabre Jr. and Taichi at 10. So now we get into the teams that are in still. Evil and Sonata at 16 points. Cobb and Elgin at 12. Ishii and Yano at 16. Juice and Finley at 12. KES at 14. And Tamatanga and Tongaloa at 16. So it's going to be very interesting to see what tomorrow brings. I'm going to be very, very intrigued to see how the point totals come up, what other teams are going to be eliminated, if any, or if it's really going to come down to the last 2 days before we get to the finals. So we'll see. But anyway, B- for me. Like I said, poll is up there. So you agree, disagree with what I said? Are you still picking Evil and Sonata, folks? You got some good money on it if you're betting on that. Because I had the best friends possibly winning and I was wrong. But Evil and Sonata are a damn good pick. So anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. It's been Real Honesty with John Mitland, and I will see you soon.